Right, this is my review of the FTX Vantage. The FTX Vantage, overall, it's a very good car. There are a few downsides to it though. I'll start with them first. The first one I've got is the suspension shafts. They're very soft. You can easily bend them, especially if you put them in a vise or just with your hands, just two hands, easily bend them like that. The second one is the wing, very brittle. Literally roll it not very times and I've only got half wing left. That's it really. Also, the frames inside the tyres, it's not that bad, but they get very, not particularly good after a while. They get very muddy and soggy and not particularly good, nice. Also, down here is the stock battery. Stock battery is not very good. Last couple of months and then it starts to dramatically lose charge. The connections on it, they're not particularly good. I've had to tape it up to try and hold them in place and that didn't even work. Taped up the one in the ESC, but the ESC was fine. I don't even know I taped it up because it didn't need taping. So this battery, the FTX Vantage ESC, it's a very good ESC. It works fine. It'd be better if it was LiPo compatible though, because I'm pretty sure it's not. It doesn't say it is under the specification, but it's a very good ESC. The transmitter and receiver. This is a very good. I find this a very good radio control set from eTronics, with steering trim, throttle trim and steering dual rate. It's very good to get into, very easy to control. Nice smooth, nice grip on it. Fits and holds in your hand very well balanced. And the antenna, I've had this 6 months. I take it into school in a little Sainsbury's bag like this. And the antenna's not broken off yet. The receiver's good, you get plenty of range on it, you get massive range. Probably not massive compared to other RC radio systems, but it's still very good receiver, transmitter, and you can definitely good enough for what this car can do, because it's not, the one I've got isn't brushless, so you don't need massive space to use it. So very good ESC there. Receiver. The wheels and tyres, these are quite good. They don't have a huge amount of grip on grass, and on tarmac they wear down very quickly, but they do have a lot of grip on tarmac. These are my back tyres. My back tyres are fine. They do collect a lot of dirt in them, even if they are properly glued down. And as I said already, the frames inside don't last particularly long, and they probably do being a little harder because these are properly soft. And there's water coming out of it. And now with SMS. The body is good, but I think it could have done with being a little higher, because when it's on the car, it properly wraps up and the battery gets, you have to be very careful where you put the battery. If you have to lay it down on top here, you can't have it on top of the receiver. You can't have it on top of the ESC because it gets in the way of the side. And also the body pins that go through there, if you have the way up So you would think you'd have them like that, with the curved bit sticking up. So like that. So it's like that instead like that. And down there. Then it rubs on the inside of the car. And it rubs the paint off within about 2 runs. But if you can just cover that up with a piece of brown electrical tape is all I've used, and that worked fine. It's the only proper breakage I've had so far is my front what are these called? The front drive shaft. So here's the one that's broken. The actual drive shaft itself didn't break. The pin just sheared off inside there, and you can't really fix that very well. So I've got a spare one of those just in case the other one breaks. Also, the centre drive shaft isn't particularly good, and the pins, I found that rear pin in there fell out, like just pops up, and also it's now wobbles and everything. The motor is a very good motor. It's 550 size, so it's quite difficult to get stuff that fits, but 540 motors are just as wide. The 550 is just the length, so you can fit 540 motors on the same motor mount. But you have to be careful because some might be different widths. Most 540 motors got the same width as 550. And that's about it. On the rear suspension, very soft. Comes very soft. Put it in sunlight. You have to, is what I did is I've moved it all the way down there, and I moved it up one on the wishbones down there. And that's, otherwise it works fine. The rear ones haven't bent at all, probably because you don't get the same sudden impact as you do with the front on the back. Otherwise it's a very good car. It's a bit difficult to get out, get apart. And when I first got it, that screw was missing in here. That screw, no, you can't see it because of the light. The screw that holds the extension servo arm, on wasn't there, so that kept falling off. And otherwise it's very good. Especially if you get some of this. I'd highly recommend getting some of this. Bearing Blaster Motor Cleaner by Schumacher. Can't quite remember how much it is. 5 millilitres. It very good stuff. Works very well. I'd highly recommend it to anybody getting into the hobby, or even in the hobby, who replaces their bearings often or has to clean their motor quite often because of where they drive. And that's about it. Yeah. What another thing I do like about this car is these little washer things. They come and they go underneath your wheel nuts, and they grip into the wheel. You can see in there. It won't focus. But there's little like dents and stuff where, you probably see on this wheel, where they dig in to the wheel and stop it from turning, and it means there's properly no turning of the wheels. And there's nothing else to have wrong with it. It's a very good car, very enjoyable. Goes pretty fast for a brushed car. Goes faster than my friend's LRP Twister brushed. And very good. Thank you. Thank you for watching.